Welcome to Undercity Chaos, you comic comers. Now sit back and enjoy the seergasm of a podcast.
Alright, you guys, welcome to Undercity Chaos in the mind of the comic comer. Go! As always, I am MTR, also known as Matt the Rat, and...
Rene.
And...
20th Century Man. We gotta come up with a nickname for you, Rene.
I know, that's what everyone's telling me.
If I'm gonna use 20th Century Man, we gotta call you like...
I could barely even hear him. They don't want to talk loud. This week we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Episode 5. Also brand new comics. We forgot to talk about last week. X-Men Days of Future Past and an update on who's playing Storm. We got some Star Wars rumors, as well as new characters released in Injustice. Joshua Gordon-Levitt in a new role that he might be coming up in. And Marvel superheroes on the live stage. Figure out what that is in just a wee little bit. So let's go ahead and let's hop into it. Rene, you actually brought something to my attention recently. You sent me a movie poster.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And I just want to point out that this movie poster was awesome.
It kind of was. Yeah, it was.
Awesome is not the word for it.
It was.
What was it?
It is utterly amazing. Wink, wink.
All right. First off, who was in the poster?
Just one beautiful Latino girl.
Latino or Latina?
Like that.
Dude, it's a Hermie. So
Hermione?
Oh gosh. Whoa. Okay. So
Whoa.
what was her name?
It was, I can't pronounce her last name. I don't know how to pronounce her last name correctly.
Sofia Vergara.
Vergara?
Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
And for what movie was it for?
It was for Machete Kills.
Machete.
Machete.
We had a theory that like Machete needs to just, you can't say machete, you have to say Machete.
Yeah.
But he should say Machete at the end of every single one of his sentences.
or just say it in the third person.
Like the meow game from Super Troopers.
Oh, yeah. Now listen here, meow.
Machete. Machete kills. Machete goes to the bathroom.
Machete goes to the
Refers
bathroom.
to himself in the third person.
Yeah, just like he did in, what did he do?
Fanboys.
Yeah, he did
The
in
Chief.
Fanboys. The Chief.
The chief likes to refer himself to the third person.
And also gets him the ladies. See, so he should be like, I'm going to go to the restroom. Machete.
Machete.
Oh, just as like an exclamation point.
Yeah. I
These are
need
good tacos.
Machete.
Machete.
I think it'd be awesome. But that's not why the poster was so great.
No, yeah, there was.
Why was the poster so great, Rene?
Because
Please tell us.
She was wearing a suit,
Yes.
but on
like a business suit?
No, but like a tight, leathery kind of
Leather pants.
Leather pants.
But
you know?
what did she have on? Hopefully, what we all would like to think are Sofia. What's her last name again?
Vergara.
We can't pronounce her last name.
Sofia Vergara. Well, hopefully, are her natural boobs.
I know. I think
What are over those?
machine guns?
Yeah! Machine gun boobies, not to be confused with fembots.
No,
that's right.
no, that's totally different.
Yeah, but
Did
nonetheless.
you say Machingas?
No, I said
Machingas? Oh, man. I thought it was freaking hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing,
I'm
man.
going to go see that movie.
Just
I'm
for
gonna
that.
go see that movie.
It was kind of like, what's her name? Was Michelle Rodriguez the one with the shotgun foot, or was that a different movie?
Oh, that was a different movie. That was Planet Terror, but that was Rosie.
That was
what was it?
that was Robert Rodriguez. That
Yeah,
was that
yeah, it
Rodriguez
was.
as well.
Yeah, but what was the actress's name? That
Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan that played the one-legged machine gun girl.
Dude, that has to be awesome. I would just want to see those for those giant hand cannons she has, and I'm not talking about her boobs either. It's great that she has giant machine gun boobies.
I wonder what.
I wonder what's going to happen. Are they going to show him getting chopped off or something?
I like that he's putting Latina girl. I mean, Rodriguez is the guy that he discovered, basically put Salma Hayek on the map. You know,
Yeah.
with
Desperado, yeah.
And I still think that's one of the. Hello.
There you go. Now I
I
can
like
hear
the
you.
way you cup that.
Shut up.
He I remember seeing that movie. My friends and I went to that movie, and I still remember like seeing her for the first time.
Having
I
a
was
chubby the
my
whole time.
God, who is this girl?
Yeah.
Who it was just amazing. And so I think Sofia Vergara's always she was I think the first time I saw her was like in Maxim or something. But she's already kind of established. She's kind
Do you
of
think she has real boobies? Are those real?
You know what? That's not this kind of podcast. I really don't want it to devolve into talking about.
But I kind of just want to know if they are or not.
Yo pienso que sí. Yo pienso que sí.
Yeah. I like her in Modern Family.
She's great.
She's funny in
freaking
Modern Family.
hilarious,
She
man.
does not take herself too seriously.
But congratulations to you, Sophia, for giving us some great Latina fun in a movie. We really appreciate it. Well, thanks for getting into that. I'm so glad you pointed that out to me because that was the funniest thing I've seen so far, man. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. But nonetheless, we do have a special guest today.
Yes, we do.
The one and only Michael Myers. No, I'm joking. Mike, and he's the owner of this beautiful shop that lets us do this podcast. And if you don't know him and you've been coming here, freaking shame on you, man. You haven't been coming here long enough, man, because he knew me the first or second week that I was coming here. Thank you for coming on it. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. So we're going to get into it. We saved a special topic just for you. We are now going to get into our topic on The Walking Dead. That's like a happy zombie. I don't know why they sound like that.
They don't know any better.
No, I failed. I don't think a zombie's happy.
Yeah.
But they're not sad or miserable. They're just hungry.
Yeah.
So they're unhappy.
I don't know. I guess they just exist as sort
Tell
of.
me this: you're a bigger man.
Yes.
Are you happy when you're hungry?
I'm always happy, man.
You're so full of crap.
Life is good, man.
When you don't eat anything, life is not good for you.
Life is good. What do I have to be unhappy about, man? I know some cool people. I hang out at a comic book shop. It's fantastic. My life is awesome.
That is
Actually,
See?
I got ridiculed this week
For
by
what?
my fiance. So I was like, how often do you think I'm at the comic book store? She's like, 3 times a week. And in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, she might be right.
I'm only here once a week, but it's for like 7 hours.
Yeah, you're here like the whole day.
It definitely, it's a giant magnet that pulls you. And even today, Rene knows I was like trying to run a whole bunch of errands. No matter what, I was in a back here. And I'm like, damn it, I need to leave. And even on Friday when I came, I told Rene, I was like, kick me out by 1:30. I need to be kicked out by 1:30.
But you know what?
I
Honestly,
left it an hour later.
As someone who's been coming in for about a year now, I would say that...
Same here, over a year now.
That's part of what I like about the store is you want to come back because there's people here that... Everybody here just
You
kinda
can
hangs
relate
out.
to,
And everybody's just mellow. Nobody's a jerk. I've never run into one
Except for
person
Mike.
I think about this place all the time.
I like to think so.
Every
It is.
single
It
day
is
it's on my mind. I'm worried that somebody's breaking in, taking my stuff.
like that one guy when they tried to come in. Dude, this random people were like just scoping out the store, and we're like, whatever, they're outside, not that big of a deal. And then they came in, hey, I need to use the restroom, and tried to run to the back, and we're like, no, whoa, I don't even work here. And I was like, who are you?
We tried to keep the atmosphere chill here, but the problem is that there is a lot of strategy involved because we're constantly having to boot out the people that really just don't belong, and it's a lot harder than it looks.
I bet, because I wouldn't want to kick out anybody. I'd be like, does he need to pee?
Yeah,
Just let him go. Does he have a syringe with him? He'll be all right. No.
Gotten a couple rocks thrown through the window.
No, have you?
That's happened a couple times too.
Yeah, it has.
She was telling us about somebody shooting a pellet gun through the window from across the street.
No, really?
Yeah.
Tell me, how many times have you had to get your window replaced? And by the way, if you're listening to this, don't get any ideas with breaking windows.
Yeah,
Right?
we will find you.
Yeah.
Everybody
Hunt
on
you
the
down.
podcast will find you.
About
You
3
subscribe.
times, but the last time some kids were in here and they noticed that there was a crack on the window, and then it got bigger and bigger, and then it completely shattered. When we were kind of looking at the situation, we realized that there was a house across the street whose neighbor faced our backyard, whose backyard faced us. So what we realized was that some of the kids over there must be shooting pellets.
Aww.
So what I did on a Saturday is I wasn't sure which house it was, so I went to every single house on that block.
Oh, jeez.
And I knocked on the door and talked to every single person there, and I said, I need to know if you have any kids here because I'm getting a situation where my windows are getting shut up, and I just need to know where to send the police next time this happens. And I guess word got out, and so we've never had a situation about that since.
Somebody backhand the crap out of their kids, dude. What are you thinking?
Probably.
It was like what was it? Mr. Deeds. You
yeah.
talk back to a woman? No, Daddy, no!
And then in the background, you hear him smacking
He's like, I don't think we're going to have any more problems. Just hangs up.
Yeah.
All right, let's dip into it, guys. The Walking Dead. I believe this was episode 6, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That is it from the break?
Yes,
yeah.
from the break. This is counting the break.
I think it is episode 6.
Yeah, I think it's 6, yeah.
And Rene and I were talking, and I kind of thought that they should have switched around the episodes. So episode 5 should have been episode 6, and episode 6 should have been episode 5. Because I failed to believe Rick is going to be like, yeah, give him Michonne.
Yeah.
Like, I think if it would have been switched around, it would have been cooler, because then it would have been him deciding she is family, and we're keeping her, and we're going to war.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been a lot cooler if they would have switched it around. But nonetheless, they did it the way they did. And it would have been even better because you would have been like, we're having a psycho Rick sit with the governor. Then it would have been like, dang, like, is he going to kill him? What's he going to do? And then it would have went into the next episode, which would have been him running into, what's his name again? What's his name? Morgan. And been like, all right, he's calm now and he knows what he has to do. But I mean, I thought it was a great episode.
It was like the dialogue alone. It was really good.
Yeah.
Especially between the governor and Rick, just to see them face to face finally, and just trying to see if they could have an agreement. But you know, the governor's not going to.
Yeah, he straight threw it out on the table. Mike, what did you think?
I can't stand Andrea. I can't get over it.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for her to get taken out.
Really?
I think she's gonna be there the whole time.
I know.
I kind of hope she is too.
You know what? And then, like, I'm afraid too, because she's probably going to be like a key part of the end of the season. You know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
She's gonna go, let my people go.
Like, it seems like they're hinting that she's like planning something against the governor's back. You know?
I don't know.
It's just too dumb.
I
to
know,
do that.
because like even at this episode too, when she was like, "I brought you all here because I wanted you to talk," I was like, "Shut up! They're here.
Everybody's
just
at.
go."
Yeah, I agree. Everybody's at that point
Yeah.
where we're like, Andrea, just shut your trap, man.
I wonder if she knows she's a hated character.
I
like
think-
that.
I think she
it's
does.
caught on,
I think
you
she
know?
does.
Nah, I'm gonna go with Clueless. I think she has no.
It's because
clue.
she's a natural blonde, isn't it?
A natural blonde with bitch face. Oh my god, she's such a bad case of bitch face. It's not
Yeah.
even funny. She always looks pissed off. Well, I mean, it's the apocalypse. I can't. I mean,
I just want to
There's no
clarify:
grin.
how is she not pregnant from having sex with the governor?
everybody with everybody.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would have been awesome if she would have got it on with Daryl. Not Daryl, Dale.
Well,
No.
in the comic, they
Getting it on
Yeah,
like
they're
Donkey
together.
Kong.
Yeah. In the comic,
And Dale's still alive. It's like-
Yay. Thank you, Dale, for still being alive in the comic books. We appreciate it.
And that was another thing I wanted to bring up, that Herschel is kind of like mirroring Dale in the show. Like, Dale is like Rick's right-hand man.
Yeah.
But in the show, Herschel's is Rick's
He's
right-hand
kind of
man.
like,
yeah.
and the voice of
The voice of reason.
Yeah.
voice of reason.
Yeah.
But in the comic, I really feel like Dale is he's kind of represents the world that was.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, he's the one that's trying to keep everybody from going too deep overboard and saying, like, you know.
Why does everybody have a at the end of everything? So I don't know why on that show I was like, I confuse them just because they all have like the same vowel that it ends
Yeah.
with. What do you think of Merle? Do you think he's right to just be like, dude, we just need to go and hammer him out, man?
I
Was
don't
he
know.
right to try and just walk out and be like, don't stop me. This is what needs to be done.
Well, as racist as he is, you gotta respect Merle because
He's not racist. He wanted to have get jiggy with Michonne.
Yeah.
family first. He it's his brother. Like, he's still tied to his brother. But Merle also knows how the governor operates,
Exactly.
and he knows what it's going to take him out.
Yeah.
And I think there's worth in that. I think there's like you gotta give him some credence because he knows exactly what the governor's. He knows how
He's been
underhanded
through
the
it.
governor.
Yeah.
He's been through it before. He knows the governor's drill. He knows his routine. He knows this is a ploy, and that's why
And he's
trying
like,
to
dude,
warn
just
everybody.
listen to me.
I mean, the governor
I
killed.
got this.
Right?
The governor killed like all those National Guard guys who you think would have been useful because they've got
Yeah,
trained and all that
the
stuff.
train,
right?
the soldiers. Yeah,
Yeah, and so what did he murders them, and just we'll take their stuff and we'll just say, oh, look what we found. So Merle knows how low he can get. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
yeah.
I agree. It's like you dating a chick and knowing what you went through, and your friend like a year or two later is like, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna date this chick," and you're like, "Don't,
Yeah.
please, don't."
But
No,
then-
man, but she's awesome.
But then you're like, you're just trying to say that.
She's really bad.
Then if anyone arguing against that would say, well, no, you're just saying that because you don't want him to be with her. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so
Yeah,
they don't
so-
listen to what you have to say.
Yeah.
I think that's part of what's frustrating Merle is that, I mean, it's his own damn
finally
fault.
trying to turn. No, he did turn a new page, but everybody's like, "No, this is where you're at right
I'm
now."
not going to go that far. But I
You don't think so? I think so.
I don't think he's
I-
turned a new page. I think
Yeah.
he's trying a little bit for his brother's sake.
I think as long as Daryl is on Rick's side,
Mm-hmm.
Merle will be an ally.
Yeah, and he's a soldier as well too. So I mean,
He loves baby brother. He loves.
it's good to have
baby
him on
brother.
Rick's side. 'Cause-
I mean, that's the kind of guy you want when world ends. You want a crazy guy
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when stuff's civilized, you can't have a guy like that around.
No,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like the minute things get better, you gotta you gotta let him go. There's a really great parallel. Did you guys ever see? I'm gonna date myself. But did you ever see a movie called The Searchers? It's an
No.
old John Wayne movie.
No.
And Star
I've heard of
Wars-
it. I've heard of it.
Star Wars actually. George Lucas, the scene where the farm is burning in Star Wars. George Lucas lifted that directly from The Searchers. But in The Searchers, John Wayne's extended
But no one
family-
cared. So
Exactly. John Wayne's extended family is murdered by the Sioux Indians. So they kidnap his niece, and he has a little nephew who's a half breed. It's all very John Wayne is racist, hates Indians. So he goes to search for his niece, and you figure out that he's not searching for her to find her. He's going to kill her because the idea is that she's been tainted by her captors. In other words, she's slept with by the time they find her, she's an older girl already, and so she's tainted right now. She's not this little white girl now. So John Wayne's going to kill her, and the nephew stops him, and they end up saving her. And at the end of the movie, he takes her to this other family to take her in, their neighbors, and he just walks off. He doesn't come in the house. He walks off into the sunset, and it's a really famous closing. But it's that's the whole point of that movie is that's the kind of guy you needed to tame the frontier when Manifest Destiny and all that. But the minute things get civilized, you can't have guys like that around anymore because they just don't fit in. So now that things have reverted, Merle is in his element. He doesn't fit in when the world is okay. But now this kind of world, and that's the kind of guy you want. You want a guy who because he can kill people. You know
I agree
he's
that
cold-blooded.
even now, and this is gonna sound, everybody's gonna be like, Matt is paranoid, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm on a pretty good high with the monster that right next to me, so I'm like, no. But I was talking to my fiance, and I go, hey, I found out something, and if you guys didn't know it already, in our drinking water, there's fluoride in it. And I know everyone's drinking water. There's fluoride in it. And to drink fluoride is deadly, actually. But all right, so here's what supposedly is going on is that there's more fluoride in the water now. They're adding more to it. So it's at first it wasn't too bad, but now it's going to gradually get worse. And for whatever reason, it's happening. And I'm like, you know what? With that going on, with the control on guns now, I was like, I hate to sound paranoid, but I want to start buying guns. And she's like, see, I told you.
My gun.
And then she was like, and then I'm like, and I know this is going to sound stupid, babe, but can you please buy a crossbow and as many arrows as you can? And she's like, yeah, that's no problem. And I'm like, please, it's not because of Daryl, I promise you. But the truth is, think of it this way. Just think of it logically. Let's say we are
I'm talking
in.
to my brother right now.
Let's say we are in an apocalyptic time.
Uh-huh.
What's going to be easier, arrows or bullets?
Bullets.
How are you going to reload on bullets? You'll run out.
Have you pulled a crossbow back lately? That thing takes like all your strength. You're only going to get a couple shots off before you're too tired. You got to run.
But that's enough to kill the 3 that are trying to come after me. I can get out of there.
No, I'm telling you, I went over to my buddy's house the other day, and he's like, "Look, I just got this crossbow. Same thing. You know, he's been watching too much Walking Dead." And I'm like, "Oh no!" And so I was curious.
I'll get like a crank on it, okay? Like a lazy man crank at the back of it that'll go back, pull it back on its own.
Yeah, he was like, "Do you want to try it?" I was like, "Yeah." So I pulled it back the first time, and it took all my strength to pull that freaking damn string back.
Then
Shot the first one off. By then, I didn't even want to go for
And
the
he
second
missed
one.
too. It went directly to the left. He was like, I can't aim this.
I mean,
This is
don't get me
pointless.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. The arrow was like a freaking bullet coming off of that thing.
Oh, was it?
It went like 3 inches into his fence, into his wood fence, like the beam in the middle. I
Jeez.
mean, it went solid into it. It was great. But like I said, it took so much strength to get that thing on there.
There's got to be a way to like pull it back, like fast charge. But but I agreed. That's why I told her, and then she was like, "What do you want to start off with? Do you want to start off with a shotgun
Shotgun.
or a long rifle?"
Shotgun.
I said long rifle.
Shotgun.
But,
Carbine.
Just
Can-
point it, and shoot.
Okay, all right.
kinda
This
hard
is
to
the
miss.
thing, though. This is the thing with me. Once again, this is going to sound stupid. Everybody's probably ridiculing me that's listening to this right now. When I like do BB guns or I'll do like the digital shooting,
Digital shooting.
like you know how they have the little sensors. And
Oh
stuff?
yeah. Like duck hunt.
For whatever reason,
Lazy tag.
no, shut up, not like that. I suck at laser tag, believe it or not. We'll go and you'll be like, Matt, why did you only hit 3 things of it? Because everybody was moving. They just would have stayed still and I would have got them.
I don't think they have that anymore. Do
Yeah, they do. It's over in Fullerton still, Laser
Right
Quest.
there by,
Yeah, we'll go.
by the AMC.
Yeah, we'll go. No, you know what they're surviving on? Real quick, they're surviving on lockdown. Lockdown's pretty cool. It's all night laser tag. So like you go in there like at 12 o'clock at night and you come out at like 4.
Let's do it.
I thought the new thing's
That sounds good.
airsoft.
We take the
Airsoft.
Undercity
I
crew.
don't like airsoft.
Airsoft,
But anyways,
it's like
back
it's
into
alright.
it. Like I wear glasses. My right eye shot. Like if I look through my right eye, I'm seeing double of all you guys. So because of that, my left eye is like beyond 20. Like I see perfect with my left. So for me to shoot, I'm dead on, man.
I'm gonna start calling you Left Eye like TLC.
God, I'm gonna go all crazy. I'm gonna come in. Don't go chasing waterfalls. I don't know why I know the lyrics to this song. Sorry, that was a little too long. I shouldn't have went there. But you know what? I was like, let's do that. And she was like, no, let's do a shotgun because basically like a 22 caliber bullets are really hard to find now. Like they're
Really?
cutting them all off. Yeah, people actually line up in front of Big 5 in the morning to try and get whatever they can on them because they're discontinuing them or whatever.
22?
Yeah, 22.
That thing will go right through you. It'll take like 10 of them to stop me.
Oh yeah, that's how.
You see one in the brain. Though.
Can we test this? Can we make
test this
sure that
theory.
this is real?
You need one in the brain. All you need is one in the brain, and you got it.
But-
Ooh, shotgun, you can't trace back the barrel grooves on the bullet.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I'm just trying to protect myself.
The more I'm hearing-
He's going into stuff I don't even want to talk about right now.
Welcome to the Mafia podcast.
I know, right?
Here with our guests.
Oh, what's your name? Big Pussy. But I just, I believe that there's going to be a time, like I always tell my fiance, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. Something's going to happen.
Always have. I'm going to marry you someday. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Eilish.
But you know what? You're only going to be able to do so much in an apocalypse.
Krav Maga, man. My friend just
Anything
had it-
close range, you're
had
done
it on
because you
my-
don't have a
had it
gun.
on my podcast, my friend, I'm convinced Krav Maga is the weapon, the zombie defense weapon.
If this ever happens, can
Mike's thinking-
Krav Maga.
it's a crazy martial arts.
this
style.
guy's laughing over here? He's like, I don't know what they're talking about, but they're
Come on
full
in,
of
join
it.
in. You get to take this comic book home for 99 cents if you want to say a few words about Did you watch The Walking Dead, sir? You wanna talk
Yeah,
about this?
there's a mic, dude. Go
what
ahead,
you
grab
say.
it. We don't care.
Here,
Come on in, jump on in.
okay, come on, right here.
What did you think of The Walking Dead?
What did I think about The Walking Dead? I
Sit
like.
right there, buddy.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That chair has your name on it somewhere. You just don't
What's
know.
your name, sir?
My name's Ed.
Hey,
Ed,
Ed.
welcome.
What's up, guys?
Yeah,
How you
thank you,
Good.
Ed, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thanks,
So you
guys.
saw Walking Dead. What did you think of this episode?
What did I think? I liked. Let me think about what happened here. I liked the episode before with Michonne and Carl.
Yeah.
and Rick.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
we were
good
talking
episode.
about that.
I
Yeah.
thought that was their best episode in a long time.
That I agree with that
and
completely.
I like that it was just the three of them, and they're running back into Morgan.
Yeah.
It was great, and it was interesting because from the comics, right? You knew that. Well, I was wondering if Morgan was gonna lose his son and how it was gonna do, but it kind of shows too that in the zombie apocalypse, you can't survive by yourself either.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that you need the group, and it kind of brought him back. So it was interesting that he went in and he talked to the governor, but I kind of tripped out. You know how he had that gun taped to the table?
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
snuck in? And I thought Rick was good to see it, and that never came back out again.
I
you know?
agree.
Yeah.
I was like, and he scooted over. I was like, why is he away from the gun? And I was like, I want Rick to just hit the table or something, so the gun would go off and it'd be like, you! And it would like go to town on him or something. I was hoping he'd just shoot him. Like, just cap him. He's right there. They're like, this is going to start a war. I was like, it doesn't matter because Rick is going to win. Because we can't lose the main character. That's why.
Rick might win, but Rick might live, but that doesn't mean he's going to win.
That's true.
I want to start taking bets on who's going to make it through this season.
Dude,
I-
honestly,
okay.
I'm down. We should do a pot and be like, hey, dude, Carl
gonna
Carl
be in.
dies 4th season.
I know. It was really good, and the whole with the governor coming in and putting his hands up, and every time he does that, he's gonna do something bad. 'Cause
Right?
he did that to the military guys as well. When
Oh,
he popped
yeah,
his
dude.
hands
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
Is it? I didn't even think about that. That
true.
that
We
didn't
just
trigger in my
talked about
head.
that.
I thought he'd like hit like a gun up his ass or something. Dude. He seemed like he would have enjoyed it too.
So no, but I thought it was really good. So it was pretty cool, and it was just interesting. Also, that I like to see the dynamics of the rest of the groups kind of mixing up a little bit.
Yeah.
and they're kind of touching base a little bit and kind
Yeah.
of getting to know each other a
Do
little
you
bit.
think Merle has good intentions or bad intentions?
I like Merle. I think
like Merle?
I think Merle is a loyal guy, even though he's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think once he gets into the governor, because he really stabbed him in the back.
Yeah.
You know? And he's with the group, but yeah, he's just getting to know that group. He's wild, right? And he's going in, and it was interesting too with Glenn trying to man up to him, and
Oh,
step,
yeah.
step
Glenn
up
got
to
some
him.
little Asian cojones, man. They
Yeah,
just
he
came
does.
up, and he's like,
I
no.
still have a hard time. Like, I'd be like, whatever, Glenn.
I know. And I still don't understand that whole thing that happened with Maggie and Glenn. How
And they got it on like Donkey Kong?
Yeah. When Maggie, the governor went and got her undressed and got to the
Yeah.
back and just kind of manhandled her a little bit.
Yeah.
Why she was so broken up? I'm like, all he did was take your shirt off.
But, that's
I'm all-
pretty...
But that's the thing.
I'm
But
not saying it's good, but
Psychologically,
but Glenn got his ass kicked like
That's
deeply.
true.
I'm
Yeah,
all,
he
if
did.
I would have, I said, hey, you could do that to me, man. I would rather
Yeah.
that happen than.
But that's the
there.
thing, though, is what he did was he planted something inside Glenn that will never be able to be repaired. And that's what I expected to see when they went into the shed or whatever. I expected to see one of them break down to be like, I can't do this because I know what's happened to you.
Hey.
But they didn't address it. I was like, then he really doesn't care for his woman, because not to be mean, if it was my woman and I felt that she was molested, I would have been like, I don't know if I could go through this anymore, man. I don't want to put you through a pain that has, or open up a wound that has previously been opened by some jerk off trying to get information from us or whatever's happened.
So it's really interesting how it's that whole dynamic is going. So I'm looking forward to see what happens. But yeah, the governor and Andrea is just frustrated. She just keeps seeing all this awful stuff and making bad decisions. Where she had the option to go back.
The
with
world
the
is
group.
against her, man.
Yeah, everyone hates him.
Yeah, so I think it's more that she's loyal to the people there and not necessarily him.
Yeah, because as the way she sees it is basically these people need me, and it's like, no, they don't.
Nobody
needs you.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? I hate the... You know what? Oh, you know what bugs me?
he's holding his head right now.
The way she holds her gun and she like sticks her hip out, like, look at me, I got a gun. Oh my god!
I know.
I feel like I need to hear in the background. Ooh,
Yeah.
like,
She's always like, I've got a gun. And she just like walks up with her. Oh God, I hate her.
Just hate her to
Like,
the
hold on,
core.
everybody, hold on. A moment of silence, and just imagine Andrea. Gosh, you're a douchebag.
I know, and isn't she much cooler in the comics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
she
cool.
is.
She's like a great character.
Yeah, dude.
you know?
Yeah.
She's
like
making
a
Dale
badass,
finish
you
and
know?
whatnot, dude. It's awesome.
So that's a trip, yeah. But no. So I'm excited. I'm excited to read today's issue 2 that came out for Walking
Oh,
Dead.
108.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
108.
Don't tell me
Introduce a
I'm
new
I haven't seen it
character.
yet.
I'm barely on volume 11, man.
Sue has it.
Don't give me any
So
spoilers.
It's cool, man. Well, it was good to run into
All
you
right,
guys.
thanks,
Yeah,
man. We
thanks
appreciate
for
it.
coming.
Thanks for
Again,
coming
man.
on. Go ahead and take a 99-cent comic. We always appreciate it.
I already got it.
Yeah,
That's
all
cool.
right,
Thank you
dudes,
guys,
no
man.
worries.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
You guys have a good one.
You
You
too.
too.
So let's get Mike back on
Let's
the
get
show.
Miguel
Go ahead and
back
come
in
on
here.
over here, buddy.
Call you Miguel.
Yeah, dude. So you know what?
Don't.
Are you think it's just going to be the last? Is the last episode going to be the war, or the last 2 episodes? Because I know there's only 2 left.
I think
There's only 2 left or 3?
2, I
This,
believe.
no, it's 3. This is 3.
Oh, it's 3. They
It's
approved
3.
9 this
Yeah,
time.
so I think in the next episode it's going to be like
Prepping.
Next episode, halfway in, the war will start. And then
Somebody's
the
gonna
next one,
die.
and then,
Next
like,
episode, cleaning the guns.
Yeah.
Next episode, loaning the guns. Loaning
Basically,
the guns.
I mean, that's how they do it.
It's
man.
like a Kevin Smith movie. It's just nothing but dialogue.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on here?
I feel like this season is longer than last season. Am I right or am I
It
wrong?
is.
More
It-
character development.
No, but I just feel like there's more episodes. Is that true or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
no, I think there might be a couple
And I feel
episodes
like
more.
they're kind of padding this, like they're really kind of like. That's why I feel like
They're
this,
babying it along.
Yeah. I feel like this episode really was. Well, it was nice to see the governor and Rick sit down. I feel like we were just treading water till like next week. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like it was-
You
it
have
was
to
like a
also
placeholder.
understand when it first started off, it was a little nothing show. So they were trying to just get as much as they can to draw you in.
That's
They
true.
did they even hit the CDC in the books at all? At least 1 through 8. I don't think they hit the CDC once.
I'm looking at
And
Mike
it-
because he owns the shop.
I don't know.
Mike, you can open one of those.
Let's see.
You know,
let's see.
they didn't hit the CDC. They added a lot to the to the show. You know.
Susan,
Do you
Do
know?
they-
Do you know if they hit the CDC in the comic books at all?
No.
No.
Ed knows.
Oh, see, so
All
that's
right, we
something they
gotta
added.
know. Yeah, so they added
How do you
that.
not know?
They made that first quote unquote season. They made it last. They made it last a lot longer than it was, and
Yeah.
that's why we're used to action packed. And it wasn't until the second season when they started developing the characters, and then they figured out in this season, crap, the characters are in a different element. We have to develop again. And that's the problem that they're having is they're having too much time trying to explain everybody's background and how everybody's changing, and they're not doing it the right way. At least in my eyes, I enjoy it, but the fact of the matter is, like, a lot of dialogue in an hour is a little bit too much to ask for.
I think it's going to be a 2-part ending.
Yeah.
You think they're going to end it on a cliffhanger?
Stretch it out.
Oh
Stretch
yeah,
it
they
out.
will. And watch, like I'm gonna predict this. I'm gonna the.
I'm
the
already
podcast,
falling asleep, you guys.
The podcast that we'll have about the season finale, I'll probably be pissed because the cliffhanger.
He calls it right now.
Yeah, I
You
know.
could go ahead and
Yeah.
listen to this. Remember,
Yeah.
we are on week 6 now.
die,
Yay!
though?
I'm
Who's
so
gonna die?
glad.
I want to know who dies.
All right,
What do
so
you guys think is
I
gonna-
will call that Herschel will die, and I will call the little girl,
That's a good call.
Well, yeah.
Which little girl? The sister?
the one that's taking care of a little ass kicker.
Yeah, sister. I'm going to call Carol. I think Carol's time is up. Oh, no. You know why? You know why, Mike? Because of the comic. They're bringing if Tyrese comes back over somehow
Oh yeah.
in the comics, they have like a.
They have
So
like a
maybe
little.
they're not
thing.
gonna. I don't know.
It's weird because what they're doing with Tyrese, he's with the governor, so
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
telling
know
I think
what to
this week-
expect.
I think next week you saw. I think a little.
He's gonna
I
convert
think yeah.
to the prison.
She's gonna poison that well.
Yeah.
I think Andrew's gonna poison that well.
So
Which maybe I'll finally root for. Okay, I'll tell you what. Right now, if Andrea gets Tyrese and that group back to the prison without and gets them over there, I'll forgive her for
Two episodes. 2
I'll
episodes.
give her one free pass. One episode. She know me well. Go. All right, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
But who's going to die? You still haven't answered.
I think Carol, but
Carol?
maybe. I think. I think little sister's in for it because aside from taking care of the baby,
And
once that baby
a
can
beautiful
walk,
voice. And a beautiful voice. You
once
got
that
nothing
baby
else
can
going.
walk, she's out. Yeah, she sings better. She did a good job singing. What's his name? Tom Waits. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. Hey, don't be surprised if Glenn or Maggie don't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mike, what do you think?
I think Rick's going to take it.
You think Rick's going to take it?
No.
Dude, imagine.
I think Daryl.
You think Daryl? Oh,
That would
don't
bum
tell
me
us
out,
that.
man.
At least they killed off people we don't like. So, no, wait, they killed off Dale.
Yeah.
Damn it.
They're getting to the point now where if they don't start killing people off, people are going to start calling.
Well, they killed what's his name? I felt bad, except for that creepy moment he had with the little girl.
Oh, Axel.
Axel, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just out of the blue.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
like,
How's it going?
why is he
Cocky,
doing that?
man. Next thing you know, bullet to the head.
Right? And dude, once again, I was rooting for him. I was like, yes, get with Carol. Carol looks like she doesn't even like a man, and you look like you've had too many men. Get together.
Yeah,
It'll be a
get
beautiful thing. And of course, they didn't. Who do you think's going to die?
I think that Merle's going to die. And I think maybe, if anything, they'll probably kill off a main character that we all love. So I'm going to say...
Carl, please.
No, you know what? I'm going to say Glenn. If they could, they'll probably kill off Glenn.
Maggie might die.
Maggie might die. Or
Oh,
Herschel?
Maggie, I couldn't have tried
Ed, who do you think they're gonna kill off in the
anymore.
finale?
By zombie or by gun?
Oh, good question.
Oh, dun, dun, dun.
And when's the last zombie kill that they had?
That's
Oh,
what we're
that's
saying,
true.
man.
Yeah.
Andrea.
By T-Dog was the last person.
No, Daryl just killed a zombie. Remember? They killed...
No. Who got killed
Death by
by a
zombie.
zombie?
Oh, who got killed by a zombie?
Last.
Uh,
I think it was, like you said, T-Dog.
No, it was
was T-Dog.
Was
Oh,
it
no,
Lo-
it was,
No, Lori
was
died.
after
Yeah,
T-Dog.
yeah.
It was
it's
T-Dog.
T-Dog.
That kind of, yeah, it's a good series when, the zombies are in the background of everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good series when the black guy lasted for 3 seasons. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Who's going to go first? You know what? I think
They follow the one black actor at a time rule, though. There can only be one.
It's got to be a big one. I keep thinking the baby. What's her name?
Little ass kicker. Or, yeah.
No, don't let little ass kicker die.
Hey,
That would be good.
spoiler alert.
To get it going.
If you don't read the comics,
Herschel, maybe they get tired of CGIing his leg. So they just make it easier.
We need to cut costs. We're just going to kill off Herschel.
They're going to leave the prison. How's he going to move?
If they got a car, he'll be fine.
Give him a little wheel and attach it to his leg.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude. He had like a little scooter. You know what? I actually just went on a retreat and some guy messed up his leg, and he had like a little scooter thing. Yeah, we get that cushion ass
You kneel
thing,
on it,
dude.
yeah.
No, I was like, oh, I
You get
want
one of
that.
those?
I was like, I'm lazy. I want that. Maybe they'll just find one of those for Herschel, dude, and he'll be set. And they'll get like off-road tires. It'll be awesome.
What if it's, I'd say Herschel or Andrea?
Everybody's just
It was
hoping for
Andrea.
Andrea.
Like we're all rooting for Andrea.
You guys are mean people. All right, you guys, enough said. We need to get into this week's new comics. So, Rene, this is always your segment. Go ahead and take it all away.
All right. Dark Horse Comics, Black Beetle, No Way Out, #1. Buddy Cops, one shot. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 9, number 19. Emily and the Strangers, #2. Ghosts, #4. R.I.P.D. City of the Damned, #4. Sledgehammer 44, #1. Star Wars, #3. For DC Comics, Batgirl, #18. Batman, #18. Batman and Robin, #18. Batman Arkham Unhinged, #12. Before Watchmen, Ozymandias, #6. Deathstroke, #18. Demon Knights, #18. Green Lantern Corps, #18. Green Lantern the Animated Series, #12. Katana, #2. Ravagers, #10. Saucer Country, #13. Suicide Squad, #18. Superboy, #18. Team 7, #6. Threshold, #3. And for Image, Change, #4. Darkness.
Sorry,
Darkness
we're waiting.
1.
You got this,
Yeah.
Renee. Don't worry. We're almost done.
I know.
Go, buddy.
I know. You guys all moving around. Darkness, number 111. End of Times of Bram and Ben, #3. Hoax Hunters number 8, Manhattan Project number 10, Mind the Gap number 8, Nowhere Man number 4, Peter Panzer Faust number 10, Spawn number 229, Todd, the Ugliest Kid on Earth number 3, Trigger Girl number 6, Walking Dead number 108, Where is Jake Ellis number 3, and for Marvel Comics, Age of Ultron number 2, Alpha Big Time number 2, Avenger Arena number 6, Avengers Assemble number 13, Avenging Spider-Man number 18, Cable and X-Force number 5, Fantastic Four number 5, Fearless Defenders number 2, Marvel Universe The Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes number 12, Secret Avengers number 2, Thor God of Thunder number 6, Thunderbolts number 6, Ultimate Comics Wolverine number 1, Ultimate Comics X-Men number 24, Uncanny X-Men number 3, Wolverine number 1, Wolverine and the X-Men number 26, X-Men Legacy number 7, and Extreme X-Men number 12.
All right, you guys, speaking of X-Men, what we didn't talk about last week is that we do have an update on Storm, and nonetheless, Halle Berry has confirmed, at least as far as she knows, that she will reprise the role of Storm.
Sweet.
On X-Men.
My wife.
She says that they asked her about it, and she says, I'm in. I think I'm in. She says excitingly. I'm excited, yeah. I love Storm. That was one of my favorite characters that I've played, and people love that character as well. So why not, dude? I think she has a right to come back. I think she did not play a bad Storm. Nonetheless, I thought Storm was a little bit more of a badass. I imagine Storm as this very solid, got it together African American woman with a little bit of like a New Orleans accent, maybe. A woman that has like a little but I think you know what I'm basing it off of now that I'm playing it in my head is that I'm basing it off of the cartoon series of X-Men. Remember the 90s?
Yeah.
That Storm, she had a little bit of an accent and she was strong. She didn't mess around, man. Yeah. I don't even know if she had a boyfriend. Did she in it? No, dude, she was just solid wall, man. So
no
that
Black Panther, huh?
No,
Nah, she wasn't getting no Black Panther loving.
nah, dude, nothing at all. But she was strong. To me, she was beautiful, at least in that. So I mean, what do you guys think? Storm, good to go with Halle Berry? Nah, take it back, find someone else.
No, I always enjoyed Halle Berry as Storm. You know, she was a good character. I think she played it pretty well. You know, when I heard about that, I was like, okay, you know, she comes back, bringing back one of at least the original characters, not just adding on characters that they haven't done.
When are they gonna take away Logan, man? They need to stop with if Hugh Jackman wasn't producing the damn movies. I swear we could bring Danzig as Logan. He'd be awesome. I'd be scared though. He'd go in, he'd go, "Mother, tell your children not to walk my way." Dude, they were originally supposed to have Danzig as.
True?
Yes,
oh,
it's
we
true.
Talked about that.
Yeah, they were originally supposed to have Danzig was supposed to be Logan, but I believe that he'd be good, dude. But nonetheless, I mean, I don't know how Danzig acts.
Yeah,
I've never seen his acting, so I mean, Hugh Jackman does a good Logan, but I do have faith that there could be a better Logan for sure.
Yeah, was it Hugh Jackman plays the attitude of Logan very well, and it's just that you know they overexpose Wolverine so much.
It's true.
Yeah.
They're like it's.
I mean, it's cool. The first movie was good. The first movie was good. You know, you saw Cyclops, you saw Jean Grey, you saw Wolverine.
No, I beg to differ. I didn't like the first one. I didn't like any of them.
Well, you know what? I didn't like any of them either. The third one was horrible because
I didn't watch it.
Oh God, don't.
I heard Deadpool made a quick cameo.
Yeah, in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I kind of feel bad too. They had a video for Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob's Super Groovy cartoon movie, and it was like the worst movie in comic books, and it showed a little thing, and then it said, "Since Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern." I was like, oh man. I thought Ryan Reynolds played a pretty good Hal Jordan.
He did. It's just the story was so bad. Like the way that brought in Parallax.
They made it very like 60s, 70s Green Lantern.
It was cartoony. It was cartoony.
Here's what. I don't know. I don't even know that I like Green Lantern as a character that much. You know, I mean, but I'm a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Yeah.
we talked about this.
Yes.
Batman's the only guy that has like any sort of angst as far as like, you know, a character. You know, they're all like, I don't know, the powers that DC guys have are they're just way too much for you to be like.
They're
feel like there's
a
anything
little
at stake.
cartoony.
To feel like there's anything at stake. You know, where I feel like Spider-Man, yeah, he can climb walls and stuff, but like you always feel like, dude, this guy could get shot. He's not armored. Like he's got the weapons and stuff, but he could get shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but what about
okay, maybe
Captain
Thor.
America? Like, why would you want to make a Captain America? And they did
Captain
it.
America's freaking awesome.
Captain America is cool. I like Cap. You know, he's
That's a good guy. He's,
I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Doesn't mean I want a movie about it.
Cap represents, you know, the American ideal that nobody can live up to. But
Yeah.
that's what I love about him.
Nobody could be more patriot than me.
No, I love him because he holds everybody in the comics to like a certain standard.
Yeah.
And he kind of makes them be better. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Tony Stark wants to be an asshole. The only reason he doesn't is because, you know, Cap's like right there breathing down his neck. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
be nice.
He's kind of naggy.
He's like,
Yeah.
alright.
He's kind
He's
of a
like the-
nag.
yeah.
He's kind of like your mom. He's like the
Yeah.
mom of the team. But at the same time, I think he's been around. Dude, he's also been around since World War II. Give him a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give him a movie. Dude, we're gonna get-
That's what he's counted for the imaginary place that he took in World War
No, but I
II.
mean,
He deserves
but
a medal
I mean,
and a
as
movie.
As a character, he's been around for, 70 years, dude. Give him a movie. Dude, come on. We give everybody. Freaking Daredevil gets a movie.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but come on, dude. You have to blame Fox for those ones, all right? That's why it's like X-Men movies, not too good until this one roundabout. But thank you for at least bringing back one person that was good throughout those movies,
Yeah,
which was Halle Berry.
I really didn't like
Yeah.
the X-Men movies either, but I thought that the last one, the First Class, I thought
First
was
Class, yeah.
I thought First Class was good, too.
It was a good direction where they're going because
Yes.
you can tell.
They're trying to do a little reboot
Yeah,
on it.
because and I think they said it was like they didn't plan on rebooting it, but like especially
The
with
way
Emma
it's
Frost's
happening.
character because she was in X-Men Origins Wolverine
Yeah.
and she was a teenager in that one, and that took place I think around the 60s as well. And First Class took place around the 60s, and she's already in a full-fledged adult.
Yeah.
So the timelines are totally conflicting
Hey.
with
Yeah,
one another.
you know,
So.
you know what's
Blink of an
actually, you know what's pretty smart though. If they're going to do this, this is what they could do to make a lot of money, and I think they should. They could do, since they're doing Days of Future Past, you could now set up 2 different universes, and they could continue down the Origins route,
Yeah.
and they can continue down the Future route.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they could, release them spontaneously every 6 months, let's say, and do it individually and be set and good to go, man. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and let's jump into this Star Wars rumors. Did you guys read this?
Yeah, I kind of glanced over it. I was kind of interested by it. It was, go ahead.
All right, you guys, right here, an interview that took place with Star Wars creator George Lucas, that the whole trilogy is basically going to be based on the original, and it's going to continue to spark. So they are going to take place after Darth Vader's death,
Okay.
after destroying the Death Star, and it's going to continue from there. They haven't got really much else story other than that, but it is going to be kicked off. Hopefully in 2015 is where they're guessing. So just because George Lucas sold the movies doesn't mean or sold the rights doesn't mean he doesn't have his hand in it.
No, he's still executive producing, but I think it's being written by the guy who wrote Little Miss Sunshine is a writer.
Oh, okay.
It's also the last 2 are from the writers of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, as well as he wrote the finishing, the last half of Empire and Return of the Jedi.
Oh, is he helping out too? Is that
Yes, he's actually writing 7 and 8.
very nice, man? And I know that. Well, I like the producer Kathleen Kennedy. If you don't know Kathleen Kennedy, she produced all those movies with Spielberg in the 80s. E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, basically the whole Indiana Jones trilogy.
Yeah.
The Goonies. All the good movies you remember from the 80s.
Yeah.
She was like a co-producer on it. Now she's running Lucasfilm.
Okay.
So she's going to produce these. So it's pretty awesome. And go ahead, I'm sorry.
Supposedly, I don't know if I can pronounce this. Lotharo is going to be played by Billy D. Williams.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Remember, these are all rumors.
Oh, yeah.
It's not set in stone. Also, supposedly, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give a clap to this if this is real. Who played Lando Calrissian?
Billy D. Williams.
He's supposedly going to be coming back.
As his
Billy D.
original.
Williams?
No.
As
Billy D.
Lando Calrissian?
Supposedly.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
Chewbacca. How you doing, Chewbacca?
Really? So wait, that was
That's not part of
Billy
the
D.
agreement.
That was Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, he was Lando Calrissian.
They didn't even if they spelled this wrong, it wouldn't be. Yeah, they spelled it wrong.
What?
Look at that. That does not look like Lando at all, does it?
Oh, no. Let's see. The mustachioed Lothario himself. It means like love. Like Lothario means like a ladies' man.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I see. I'm not a ladies' man, so I don't get that
I hear
compliment.
that all the time. Mario the Lothario.
Yeah, dude.
I hear it all
Wow,
the time.
you hear it all the time.
Supposedly,
Wow.
supposedly he's coming back to finish his role as Lando Calrissian. Supposedly he hasn't decided if he'll take it yet, but they.
He's gonna. What else is he doing? What else is Billy D doing? Nothing.
Seriously, other than doing cameos
You're
of his
not
Star
Harvey
Wars
Dent,
character.
Billy D.
Yeah.
You're not Harvey Dent anymore, buddy. You had one shot.
And yeah, J.J. Abrams still supposedly on it. They're saying that that the movie story
Like
is
the
going
sound
to
of
be
that.
there. It's going to be hard to imagine anything without asking the original cast to come in.
Well,
So they're definitely going to try and get the original
if
cast.
I may,
Go for it.
I did this not to cross streams, but I mentioned this on my podcast a couple weeks ago. Superiority complex.
Go for it.
Lucas spilled last week that the three have been signed up. They haven't confirmed, but he spilled that they were in talks before he sold Lucas, which was the rumor. Before he sold Lucasfilm, they were in talks. But he said in an interview last week that they had all agreed, including Harrison Ford, which was the one they were not sure they were going to get. So according to Lucas, though it's still unconfirmed,
Mark
according to George
Hamill,
Lucas, Mark
Carrie
Hamill,
Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford will all be in at least episode 7.
Okay, so at least try to do one movie.
Yeah, 'cause
I
it
would-
could be about the next generation, but they kind of set it up, And
Yeah.
I would like it if Mark Hamill were to continue through all of them. I could probably live without Harrison Ford and Carrie
What?
Fisher.
That's the opposite of what most people in the world.
No, but you got to understand is that without Luke Skywalker, that means who's running the Jedi Temple?
understand, man. Mark Hamill was the voice of the Joker. And
I don't care. I'm gonna deck you in the temple right now, man. It's not even that. It's,
Wow.
It's literally the fact that, like, what is he just gonna hide out? All right. How about this? I'll agree with you on this. I'll give you a little halfway mark. I agree that Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher should be in 7 and 8,
Yes.
but Mark Hamill should be in 7 and 9.
Well, you know what's funny? You saying that, and I'm totally messing with you about, but Harrison
He's
Ford.
just scared because he's sitting directly next to me. He's
I
like, "This,
know.
he will hit me. I can feel it."
Swinging distance.
Pack a lunch. That's what I told you. Harrison Ford wanted to be killed at the end of Return of the Jedi. He asked George Lucas to kill him off because he felt like the character really had nowhere to go. So that's why everybody was kind of surprised that he was going to sign on and do episodes. If he was going to sign on.
It's because he has nothing else to do, dude. He remembers being a badass. He's like, "What happened
He's
to me?"
still, dude. Who cares?
I got a beer belly.
He's still Harrison Ford. I don't care. Like he's. Okay,
I got nothing to do.
I don't like the earring. Earring aside, Harrison Ford's still pretty badass in his old age.
Didn't
You know he's going to be in Anchorman 2?
Yeah,
Is he?
he signed on to do Anchorman too. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I know.
I definitely want to watch that now. Didn't he do what you call it? Dang, what did he do?
The last movie I saw him was Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh, that
Cowboys and
I liked
Aliens
that
was really
movie.
good.
That was a good
Honestly,
movie.
I thought he gained back my respect
Yeah.
in Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah, because you're used to
He lost
seeing
it.
that sci-fi.
He lost it in
era.
He lost it in
Well, he lost it in
Indiana
the
Jones.
Zeros when he was trying to do all those like romantic comedies and stuff. And
Yeah.
but you know what? He is playing. He's kind of returning. The next movie he's going to be in is out next month. And it's a movie about Jackie Robinson called 42.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. And he plays Branch Rickey, the owner of the Dodgers. And they've got him in like this old man makeup with like a fat suit on. It looks
that's awesome.
When I first saw the preview, I was like, is that Harrison Ford? He's got like these big bushy eyebrows. He looks exactly like Branch Rickey who did. But I was surprised it was Harrison Ford because he doesn't do that kind of role.
It's kind of like in what was it, Tropic Thunder. At the very end, I was like,
oh yeah, Tom Cruise.
I was like, that's Tom Cruise?
Yeah. Oh, he's
That's not-
so funny, dude.
Oh my gosh, it is Tom Cruise! I started cracking up so hard I wasn't
bald-
expecting
with
that,
the
man.
bald-
Yeah,
and
and
the beard
big
cut.
old arms.
Do
They gave him
you
like big
know
old hairy
who you're
arms.
messing with? I will tear you apart.
Oh yeah.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
I know. He goes. Who is this? This is Flaming Dragon. Oh, Flaming Dragon. Fuck face. Why'd you take a step back and they're like, fuck your own face?
It was crazy,
Oh,
man. But
man.
yeah, I'm excited for the new Star Wars movie. I don't care who you are. You need to go see him, especially if you're just a Star Wars fan in general. So, let's get into the next topic.
Okay.
The new character that was revealed for Injustice. Do you want to guess who it is? He's a villain from the DC universe. He's
eBay?
No.
eBay? Really?
I honestly, I'm
We
going to
can't
go to
go-
Comic-Con.
Apocalypse.
I mean, I'm going to go to WonderCon as V-Bay.
You better, dude.
I would do it. I would
We'll take a
represent the
picture
Mexicans.
and then leave it on a link of the podcast
eBay.
and see MTR as
But
eBay.
Apocalypse?
You're close. You're so close.
Ooh.
You're so close. There's
Dark Side?
no. You're almost there. Keep going. Keep going.
More violent.
More violent?
Yeah.
More violent, and
Not
actually got
like a
the
monster.
job done.
Deathstroke.
No,
No. Monster.
A monster?
Yeah.
you're almost there. Come on,
No.
come on, dude. You're
Come
definitely
on.
you're in the right position if you're saying
This is your
dead
universe,
side.
man. Come on. You know it.
I'm not a DC guy.
No, dude, come on. There's one more. You got this.
I don't know. Who is it?
Think of
Whoa.
the one person that killed the ultimate person.
The ultimate superhero.
Oh, who killed Superman? It was, God, I can't think of his name right now.
I'll say it.
No,
I'll
don't say it.
Ah,
Let
come
him
on.
say it.
I was ready
Come
to
on,
say it in
oh, God.
epic voice.
I'll Google it.
Oh no! Now you gotta say it, Rene.
Okay,
Go
I'll
for
say it.
it.
I'll say it.
You know what's good about this right now? Anybody listening to this right now is going, who's this fucking
I know. Who is it?
No, they're yelling at it. Who is it, dude?
It's Doomsday.
Doomsday is gonna be in Injustice, man. And they showed a little bit of footage. They've been trying to keep it a secret, but they're like, you know what? We just need to release it already. So they released a video of Doomsday fighting, and oh man, dude,
It looked
he's
cool.
yeah, he's actually locked up in like a little prison thing, and he breaks out of it. And he freaking just goes to town, man. So I'm excited for that. They've been waiting to announce it for a while. So congratulations to DC Injustice for actually putting like someone that I really want to see.
Yeah.
I actually might play him throughout the whole game, dude, just because I feel Doomsday was that badass, man. But what was Doomsday power? Could he absorb?
No, he was just like a big old brute monster that he was created specifically for one thing, and that's just to kill. And he feels nothing. He has no feelings. He's just a monster.
He
that's
finally
just-
feels one thing when he versus Superman, but they kill each other,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, they
just-
kill each other?
Yes,
Yeah.
they
I
kill
never read
each
that
other.
story then.
I
That's a good
actually,
story.
I have Death of Superman.
Yeah.
I got a first printing.
and like when you read it, and this is what they brought up, the writers of Death of Superman, was that the farther we get into the comic books, the action of it cuts down to like 3 little parts, and then it's 2, but then on the last issue it's just 1.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. I agree. And when I read it, it was awesome. Just heads up, you guys, always check out Rat House Production at RattHouseProductions 2013 at gmail.com. You could also go to Rat House Production at Facebook. That's Rat House Productions. We're always on YouTube. You guys know that. So make sure to check out our other shows. I have not, and I'm going to say it again, I apologize, I have not updated Flick Dicks, loving and hating movies, as well as everything in between as well. as the Regretful Guide on Music and Bands. Unfortunately, I have had a couple of things to do as well as the other co-hosts for the Stars, but we might have a special co-host on Flick Dicks if we want to go ahead and announce that.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
It depends on how much I'm being paid. Cause
Oh, this guy. Come
burgers?
on
Are you
now.
going to pay me in burgers?
I'll pay you in love.
Listen, my love for you is like a truck. So, Berserker. Yeah, if we can find the time, I would love to sit down and
So
co-host it.
yes,
It'd
we
be
might
awesome.
we might have our co-host for Undercity Chaos in the Mind of the Comic Comers go ahead and hop on Flick Dicks, because he's a dick in real life. If
I
you
am.
guys don't know
I'm
him,
super nice on the podcast.
yes, he tones it down just a wee little
very
bit.
nice. Except when I made fun of you for liking the Joker, Mark Hamill. Your man crush on the voice of the Joker.
It's okay, dude. I'm gonna get him full of tequila, and I'm gonna record Flick Dicks, and we're gonna see who's laughing then. All right,
Yeah.
you guys. All right, you guys.
Truth
Joshua Gordon-Levitt.
I think it's Joesph.
Is it Joesph?
It's Joesph.
Sorry, you guys. My bad. Nobody corrected me. It's been an hour of recording, and nobody's told me anything.
Well, you were into the thing. I was like, okay, I'll just.
I'm just gonna let him
Yeah, just-
fumble and
yeah.
fall.
I'll just let you
So, one of those other things with Robert Rodriguez coming up, if you don't know, is Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, which Gordon Levitt shot in Austin at Rodriguez's Troublemaker Studio last month. In it, he plays a character named Johnny in a segment called The Long Bad Night, which is based on one of the Frank Miller existing comics. Although they were curious what was going to happen or how it's going to go down, but he is apparently going to be in it.
nice.
He's been taking on some bad ass roles, man.
I like him as an actor. Did you see Looper? Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
I did
that was
not
a good
get to see
movie.
Looper.
That was a good movie.
Check it out. It's really good.
I
There's some plot holes in it, but it's pretty good. Man.
so does anybody remember his earlier stuff? What he was in?
Third Rock from the Sun.
He was in Third Rock from the Sun. What else is
And
he in?
then,
oh
10,
my God, that is the kid
Yeah.
from Third Rock.
It is.
and 10 Things I Hate About You.
And 10 Things I Hate About
Where
You.
he met Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yes, isn't it funny that they worked with each other?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie.
He
forever. I just remember watching that movie and going, "That high school is really nice." It's like the nicest high school
I
I've ever
know.
seen.
that looks
Ever.
beautiful, man. That is awesome. Yeah, dude, he was a little bit of a teen bopper for a while.
Teeny Bopper, yeah.
Yeah,
He's got some. He's Robin.
Yeah.
Come on, he's got some street cred.
he's not really Robin.
He's not
He's
Robin.
Robin.
That's like
How
Christopher
dare-
Nolan says
how-
this, so you guys got to listen.
he's Nightwing, if anything.
Yeah, I can agree with
He's
that.
Robin.
Supposedly, he's gonna try and weasel his way in to the Justice League movie.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. There's rumors about that.
I wouldn't mind him. I'd mind him as Batman.
Why?
I wouldn't mind him as Nightwing.
Why would you mind him as Batman?
Because once again, unfortunately, with Christian Bale, the way he did the Batman voice, as much as it bugged people, like I said, it was essential for the character because you're Bruce Wayne, you're known worldwide. It didn't need to be over exaggerated. It didn't need to be poetic. Like, I'm that person that you gave a coat to when they were young, and the coat
remember,
was really warm. and
sometimes all it takes is putting a coat on a kid's shoulders when he's scared.
he crapped his pants after his parents died.
That was a movie of terrible voices.
By the way, I'm Bruce Wayne. And he just slides off.
Dark Knight Rises. Oh,
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry.
it was all terrible voices.
Yeah,
was mine.
it was.
That was your
That
Bane?
was
No,
my
Bane
Bane.
was like a muffled Sean
No.
Connery.
Here, can I have this cut for a quick minute?
Oh, there you go.
I don't understand why you killed
Ah, yes!
shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
For what reason do I sound like Sean Connery?
Sounded
You
like
may ask.
yeah. When I first saw that movie, it sounded like Tom Hardy was in the theater next door,
But
like
just,
yelling the dialogue
Yeah.
to the wall. Is what that sounded like.
Yeah.
but just make sure it's shaken, not stirred. Sorry, I had to do it. You
Give
can
it a little more on the shh. Give me a little more of the shh. I wrote them down in my diary so that I wouldn't have to remember.
That was
Do
pretty
you
good.
remember this voice from
There we go.
Octopusher?
Perfect.
But you know what? It's going to be hard to choose another Batman. I'm not going to lie. age seasoned Batman, I would not mind Michael Keaton coming back. Wasn't it Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton. He might be good for Dark Knight Returns if you want to do, or like the Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns.
Maybe.
Well,
That might be good.
He'd have to lose weight, though. He's a little bit on the huskier side now.
I think Michael Keaton played a good Batman, but he did not play a good Bruce Wayne.
I think we
Like-
could all agree on that.
He was
Yeah.
kind of a comic actor.
Yeah.
I go Hanks, man. Hanks is the.
You want to get crazy? You want to dance? Let's dance.
So it's like, you're not Bruce Wayne.
I know, yeah.
You're weird.
Let's do Hanks. The guy can play anything, man. Hanks is the next
Tom
Batman.
Hanks.
No. No.
You know who would have been a good, like thinking about it now?
Val
When he was
Kilmer?
younger? No.
I loved Val Kilmer as Batman.
What? No, I didn't.
Alec
I
Baldwin,
didn't.
like when he was younger and like slimmer, would have been a great.
We don't have a
Batman.
time machine. Might as
just
well
saying.
resurrect Walt Disney while we're at it,
But he
dude.
tried to do the Saint, which didn't,
Yeah.
or the Shadow,
Yeah, you
which
know
didn't
what?
take off. But
Yeah, he could have done it with that soft, graspy
he's got-
voice
he's
when he's
got-
at the costume on.
good looking dude.
Yeah.
And then like he could be turned into Jack Donaghy when he's Batman. So he's total douche.
Who would be a really good Batman?
We talked
It's-
about that
it-
last
dude,
week.
it's-
We can't-
it's-
I thought
it's
about
hard.
That's what we talked about.
No, but
It's-
we're not talking about an old
Mike
Batman.
has
We're-
not answered this question yet.
Who do you think would
Who
play
do
a
you
good
think
Batman? Not an
take
old
over the
Batman.
mantle of the Bat?
Yeah, who's going to take on the cow?
I got no one. I got nothing.
It's hard to put that because
It's a tough one.
there's so many like Batman fans, that are like, because like I talk to people and people are disappointed that Christian Bale was Batman. I was like, you know what? I'm neutral about it. He was good. Bruce Wayne. He played a good Bruce Wayne.
You know who I would like to see not do the movie, but just a pilot, maybe a little 10-minute? I'd like to see if Leonardo DiCaprio could take it on.
No, you know what? I can't see that.
I didn't say a whole movie, but just a
Yeah.
little 10-minute, just to see how far can you push that guy, because that guy does amazing acting, even from Titanic and on, man.
You know who would be good, kind of. You know what though?
A whole movie or a pilot?
No,
Little
I was,
sampling.
he'd be a
That's
little,
it.
no, you know what? I was thinking, but it would be if you were doing a campy version of Batman, like the 60s version.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion would be a great.
No,
would try and do it
Nathan
Adam
Fillion
West
would be a
Batman.
good Green Lantern, if anything.
Oh my god! You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, they screwed up.
They messed up.
They messed up, man. I'm gonna go back and watch Green Lantern again and pretend it's Nathan Fillion.
But Gordon Levitt will be in the next
Sin City.
Sin City, so
That's
I'm
just pretty
excited
cool.
for that.
Yeah, he's a really good actor. I like seeing whatever he's in. I'm happy
Yes.
if I see him in a trailer. He's like, he's a good actor. He does.
He is, and obviously Looper's good, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm
Check it out,
going
it's good.
Watch
It's
to go
Looper.
ahead and
It's
have
good.
If
that.
you like time travel stuff,
Yeah, if you
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
kind
whole
of stuff
time
frustrates
travel.
you, don't watch it.
Marvel superheroes live on stage.
What?
So the basic idea was
Tights.
Batman Live
I
did
saw.
really good.
I saw that.
Spider-Man Turn Out the Dark. I wanted to see it, but I heard not so good things. I was live on Broadway. But nonetheless, they are with Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey.
Ringling Brothers, Barnum Bailey Circus.
Yeah, they're going to base like something on the entire Marvel universe. And they're going to come out with like Spider-Man, Avengers, X-Men, and the most fearsome villains in the Marvel universe as well.
Terrible. Can we get the Joker in? Can we borrow him?
Can we just for a quick
Cross
minute,
into
you
the Marvel
guys? That's it.
universe.
I saw a fire at a circus one time.
Really?
It was intense.
You see how worried he's
I know, right? Like that just it kind of got awkward. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I saw fire.
like you made it sound like you almost started the fire.
I saw a fire at a circus.
But they're supposedly going to do it. This is a collaboration with Marvel for something that they've been trying to go down with our business. Oh wait,
Daniel
we're going back
Craig-
to Batman, dude.
Yeah, Daniel Craig is Batman. That's what Mike
Who's
said.
Daniel Craig?
You know what?
The James Bond.
James Bond.
Skyfall.
Skyfall. The new James Bond guy.
You know who else wouldn't be bad?
I could see it. I could see it.
Are we just gonna? You know who else would be bad? Who might not be bad if you gave him a little hairpiece?
Don't say
Jude
Pierce
Law.
Brosnan.
Jude Law.
Law.
Jude
Law
Law.
might be able to pull it off.
Watson.
You know what? I think I can see Jude Law. Jude Law, but
Hairpiece, like he's gonna fluff it up a little bit.
Just give him some Rogaine.
Jude Law be really good.
Give him the Sean Connery wig from Hunt for Red October. That thing looked natural, man. The Rock.
What about who's the guy that was in A Walk to Remember?
Keanu
Oh
Reeves.
no! Oh, that what is it?
He was also in Drive.
Ryan Gosling.
Maybe Ryan Gosling is Batman.
I can't.
We said Ryan Gosling as Aquaman.
Oh, we
Justice
did say
League.
as
Nobody that's
Aquaman.
ever been in the Notebook should ever be in a movie again. Period.
Vin Diesel.
No,
Vin Diesel.
Vince Vaughn.
It's what?
dude, that'd be the funniest Batman I'd ever seen in my life. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not Batman. You just walk away. What the hell just happened, you guys?
What about that kid from?
No.
Now we're just naming off names.
Yeah, dude, we need
we're
to
just
stop.
naming off
We need to
names.
stop. But if you guys didn't see, you saw Batman Live?
Yes, I did. I took my 8-year-old daughter and my 9-year-old nephew, and
All right.
they loved it.
Do you know what I heard? I heard
It was all right.
I heard it. All right, I heard it was pretty cool because basically it's almost like a giant compilation of Batman's life, and they go from beginning
Yeah.
to end.
What was
and
really-
it's cool is they have that screen.
Yeah. What was really cool was it was kind of like Cirque du Soleil. So it was like my daughter's never been to the circus, and when they did the whole Dick Grayson thing, they had an actual like circus, and they have his parents did like a real trapeze act. So for like little kids that had never been seen anything like that, it was pretty sweet.
Oh my gosh! And then he dies, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!"
They did. The gangster cut, like they show how he killed like Dick Grayson's parents and everything. I mean, they kind of allude to it, but you see him up, and then
Did your little one cry?
no, but my kids were like, "Whoa!" Like they did it in a really cool way. But if you were looking for like hardcore Batman, and the funniest thing was there's a guy we went to a matinee, so everybody's there with a kid, and there's like a guy with his girlfriend like behind us. And at the intermission, I just hear the guy lean back and go, "Well, it's a little more Adam West than Tim Burton that I'd like, but it's okay." I'm like, "You pompous dick." But it's just like it's for kids. But for my daughter who's into comics, she loved it. She thought it was the coolest thing ever.
How is the Batmobile? Because they do bring out the
Looked
Batmobile.
awesome. It looked really cool and sleek, and they bring it out to the end of the stage. The way it was, have you ever been to the Honda Center? It was like one wall. The stage came out of one wall.
Okay.
So you're actually at like what would be like the middle of the stage is what would be at like center ice.
Yeah.
Right? So then one wall comes in. So we were like dead center. We were like right even. So they would come out to the center ice and like do their acting, and they had like, you know, they had I guess the actors were mic'd, and they would
They
do
were,
like these.
yeah.
And the fight scenes were all very acrobatic and stuff like that. It was cool. They had like a stick fighting thing and like all this crazy stuff. And they brought the Batmobile out, and at the end of one of the intermissions, they jump in and they speed out through the wall, and like the wall opens up, and it looks like you're just going out to the city, and then a projection of Gotham City on the background.
Yeah,
so
so-
it looked like you're just driving out into Gotham.
And
City.
the other
Really
the other cool thing was they had that screen, and they would, to what I recognize, they
panels
flip
from a
through.
comic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it looked
flip
like a
through
comic
like
book.
comic books.
It's really cool.
So it was like, this is the comic book that you're reading. Now we're gonna do it for you. And then they'd flip to like the next comic. This is the comic book panel we're about to talk about, and we're gonna perform it for
The
you.
hard thing was that like Batman was all they had him in like a beefy like suit, right? So he couldn't
That
really,
and full cowl.
He couldn't really get like the his fights are a little more clumsy.
But why?
Because
Everybody knows why.
Because he was in like a muscle suit.
Now,
it
no.
One
What did
Piece
they? What did they point out? They pointed it out. The only flaw with the Batsuit, and they corrected it in the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Returns. The Dark Knight
The head
Rises.
can't turn his head.
Can't turn his head. So whenever he would move, he'd move full back, crouched down if he's dodging a kick or something.
Yeah.
So he kind of looked a little like toyish.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing, and that he admitted to talking about that when they did an interview. He was like, "Yeah, dude, like I love the cowl. I feel amazing in it." He's like, "But the fact of the matter is, you can't twist your head." And if you watch the original Batman and Batman Returns in any of them, you notice they're
Yeah, he
always
goes like
shoulder.
this. Yeah.
They're like, huh? And like it looks stupid, but that's why they zoom in on the face. You'll notice that most of the time when Batman turns, he either turn really dramatic because he makes the cowl move, or it'll be a close up on his face and it'll just zoom in. Because if not, it just looks cheesy as hell. And obviously, that's what you had to experience.
Yeah, well, it was just a big suit. The kid who played Robin and then like Catwoman and all that, and Harley Quinn, they were all, you could tell they were like dancers or, acrobats. Sorry. And they moved very fluidly. It looked really cool. There was a really cool effect at the end where Joker screws over Harley Quinn, of course, and he takes off in this big balloon. This balloon going across the stage. She takes out a rocket launcher and launches it, and you see this rocket fly out, hit the balloon, and the balloon catches fire right in the middle of the hump, which was really cool. But it was mainly aimed for kids from 8 to 12, right in there. It's
so it didn't hurt anybody's feeling. They weren't very.
But if you were a Batman fan, it was just cool to see it. It was cool to see you're right. The wall was the best part because there were comic panels, strips of panels of a comic strip on it made flash forward to different parts of his life. It was really cool. Worth seeing. I would take my daughter. She loved it. Her and my nephew thought it was the coolest thing.
I made fun of it. I saw it and I was like, and my fiance's like, you don't want to go? And I was like, no, that looks stupid. It's probably going to be some ice thing, and they're going to ruin it. Yeah, it's going to be like, I'm Batman. I was like, nah, I can't do it, man. But then they were like, oh, yeah, and they started talking, they started addressing what it was about and how they were going to do it. But by that time, it was already sold out. So I was like, oh, damn it, now I want to go. So I didn't even bother. So now that I've missed out on that, and I regret it. And the funny thing is, Batman was actually played by an Australian guy. Could you tell?
No.
Not at all.
Bruce Wayne looked very suave, and he talked like, Robin, we've got to,
Was it Adam West, Batman?
It wasn't Adam West. It was somewhere between.
We need to go, old chum.
It was somewhere between, the cartoon, the Super Friends Batman, and Michael Keaton.
All right.
It definitely wasn't.
I could live with that.
Christopher Nolan Batman.
So,
again,
what about this Marvel one? Are you guys for it or against it?
Anything, you know what? Anything that's getting comics out to a new generation, I'm for.
I kind of don't want it. I want to hide it from people now because it's honestly, I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to hand out comics to people and people are taking it. So I'm at the point where I'm
no.
Yeah, I'm done. Why am I going to try and show you anything?
But you know what? That's why you got to reach out to the next generation of kids. I mean, dude, if comics weren't so kid friendly, my daughter probably would have never. Why do I keep turning that mic? If comics weren't so kid friendly, my daughter would have never gotten. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. It was all because my daughter got into because of Superhero Squad on TV.
When are you going to bring your daughter on the show?
Oh God, you don't want that, dude. She'll take over. Listen to it. Jesse heard my podcast with my daughter.
I want to talk about purple dinosaurs and My Little Pony.
She'll talk about Batman.
No, she's very knowledgeable about the comic book world.
I want to do it. Bring her on. Can we bring her on?
She'll railroad you, man.
I think she might be nervous when she comes in.
I know, railroad me.
She'll railroad you, man.
Even better, I'm going to be like, hey, who's the best Robin? She'll be like, Dick Grayson.
No, she doesn't know the different Robins. I haven't told her that any of the Robins died.
She'd be devastated. Why does it say R.I.P.?
I don't want to drop that on her. She knows that the Robin in Teen Titans is different than Robin in the animated series. She knows that it's a different guy, and she knows that because of watching me play the fighting portion of Arkham City that Nightwing is. But I haven't told her. Oh yeah, Jason Todd, he bought it. She doesn't know any of that stuff.
You know what? I have to agree. I'm kind of scared for my kids to get into comics. Even when I was giving, I messed up one time, and I feel like I scarred my little cousin for life because I gave him Nemesis. If you don't know what Nemesis is, he's like a reverse Batman. He's this guy that's like a super genius. He could hack anything. He could do anything he wants, and he wears all white. But he's an enemy, and he ends up making a threat, and he's like, hey, I'm actually going to kill the president, or I'm going to mess with the president. And they're like, oh my gosh, we need to protect him. But they're like, man, this guy's full of crap. How are you going to do that? He blows up the president's Air Force One while he's in it, and he takes him out and does all this crazy stuff to him. And
how old is your cousin?
No, this is the problem. I think he was 8 or 9, maybe 10. Yeah, can read really good. It's really gruesome, and I forgot about the part where Nemesis makes the president's son and daughter have sex with each other.
What?
and makes sure that she's pregnant, and not only that, puts a device on her so if she gets an abortion, she blows up.
Oops.
Yeah, so I'm like, read this. You'll enjoy comics. I was like, I enjoyed it, and then like, I think like it was about 30 minutes later, and I was like, wait a minute, no, you can't read that. I pulled it back away, and he was like, wait, what is this? And he was right at that part, and I was like, oh, geez. So I pulled it at a nick of time, but I hope like I didn't cause any damage in him, dude, or he's gonna be like, what's an abortion? I'll Google it.
Oh no, what's sex?
Yeah, I'll Google it.
Yeah,
and that's all kids need to do now is Google it. You'd be like, just
you gotta
say.
be real careful. Like I always check the ratings on the thing to make sure.
I'll just make them read a Dial H, dude. That seems kid friendly.
give 'em
I don't even know what it's about. Why hasn't anybody figured out what Dial H is?
I don't think no one reads it, or no one says that they read it.
All right, you guys, let's go ahead and sign off. Hey, just another heads up. If you are going to go to WonderCon, I will be there, and I will be Vibe. Viva la Vibe!
Are you going to dress as Vibe?
I am going to dress up as Vibe. I'm trying to convince my fiance to dress up as a Catwoman. She's like, but that doesn't make sense. I'm all, yeah, because we're in the Justice League of America. We'll be fine together now.
LA, yeah.
And she's like, you know what? I might have to do that. I was like, yeah. I told her other things because she'd be in the Catwoman outfit, but we can't talk about that on air.
JLA sounds like a I can't even, I had a joke. Forget
like
it.
MSG?
It sounds like a gang from the other side of Whittier.
JLA, Holmes.
GLA.
MST, homie. All right, you guys. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Once again, I am MTR, also known as Matt the Rat.
Rene.
20th Century Man.
And
Signing off.
our special guest. He didn't even say anything. He like barely
Just wanted
said
to talk
anything
about
at the
Walking
end.
Dead. He hates comics.
He doesn't hate comics. He just likes reading more intellectual things. It's not his fault.
Graphic novels.
Well, you guys, I'm so glad we got to get all this done. Next week, we will be talking about The Walking Dead. And make sure to watch out for the special edition of Undercity Chaos. We will be recording just a wee little bit of stuff from WonderCon. And if you're not going to WonderCon, shame on you. Once again, this is a Rat House production show. Talk to you guys later.